What an honor and privilege it is for me to be here and to address this August gathering. Professor Larry Kramer, Vice Chancellor of LSC, Lord Stern and Sri N.K. Singh, High Commissioner Vikram Doraiswamy, and also High Commissioner in India from the UK, dignitaries and students. It's a great privilege indeed and a pleasure to be in London School of Economics, although we are hosting it in India House today, which has produced generations of world-class scholarship and erudition. Let me express my gratitude for this opportunity to speak on India's development prospects on this platform. Today, India stands at a defining moment in its economic trajectory. Over the past decade, we have surged ahead, climbing from being the 10th largest economy to the 5th largest in just 5 years. This transformation is a testament to our prudent macroeconomic policies, steadfast reforms, and the resilience of our people. As we aspire to become a Vikasit Bharat by 2047, that is, a developed nation by the centenary of our independence. The path ahead demands innovation, sustained investment, continued reforms, and a firm commitment to inclusive growth. Our growth trajectory remains strong, underpinned by sound macroeconomic fundamentals and structural reforms implemented over the last decade. However, we recognize that the global landscape is changing today and rapidly at that. The globalization era, which saw the developing economies capitalize on their low-cost advantages to drive growth, has given way to localization. Today, the realignment of supply chains, evolving trade dynamics, and geopolitical fragmentation collectively reinforce the importance of economic security and self-reliance. Recognizing the shifts underway, the Indian government's budgets, and particularly the budget of 25-26, has outlined a clear roadmap, focusing on three priorities, including agricultural productivity, rural development, inclusive growth, manufacturing, MSME support, employment generation, innovation, energy security, and export promotion. This set of priorities builds upon the foundation laid in previous years, ensuring that India remains resilient in the face of external challenges while leveraging domestic economic strength. India's greatest strength lies in its vast and diverse pool of human capital. With 26% of our population in 10 to 24 age group and a median age at just 28 years, we have the potential to fuel unprecedented economic growth. While the demographic profile is highly favorable, the challenge lies in addressing the skilling and employment needs of such a large population to make them future ready. This challenge assumes greater dimensions in the face of rapidly changing technological demands, particularly on our workforce, particularly again with the increasing penetration of artificial intelligence. The hardening of attitudes to immigration and demands for wage parity with domestic labor impart an additional dimension to India's employment imprint. The government is doing its best to address this challenge. Initiatives such as the Skill India, Startup India, and the National Education Policy 2020, that is, form the foundation for nurturing a skilled and innovative workforce. India's AI mission has generated global optimism, and India's presence on the World AI Platform has become significant. The expansion of adult tinkering labs in schools will nurture a spirit of innovation among students, while the National Centres of Excellence for Skilling, announced in the Union Budget, will provide industry-relevant training to the youth. Other initiatives like internships for 1 crore youth over 5 years, employment linked to incentive schemes, and wage support for freshers, among others, reflect our commitment to securing gainful employment for the people of India. Labour reforms, measures to enhance the ease of doing business, infrastructure development are creating an environment conducive to entrepreneurship and job creation. The realization of the ambition for Vikasit Bharat 2047 remains closely linked to global economic developments, as you would understand. Over the last 2.5 decades, globalization has presented India with unprecedented opportunities in trade, in investment, and also in technical advancement. As a trusted investment destination, India has attracted cumulative gross FDI, that is the foreign direct investment inflows, exceeding $1 trillion since 2000. Investor-friendly policies, a vibrant innovation ecosystem, and improving global competitiveness continue to attract capital and technology into our country. Given its global interconnectedness, the Indian economy is not isolated from the global risks and challenges arising due to geopolitical tensions, trade disruptions, and financial market volatility. The IMF reports a 3-fold increase in new trade restrictions since 2019, and the UNCTAD World's Investment Report 2024 highlights a 2% decline in global FDI in 2023. Navigating these headwinds requires strategic policy interventions with a strong emphasis on strengthening domestic capabilities and capacities. In this phase of a rapidly evolving global policy landscape, with a number of imponderables, the government's conviction is that the most effective path to building economic resilience is to foster domestic efficiencies and competitiveness. The last 2 union budgets have laid out a multi-sectoral policy as an agenda to drive sustained growth. Key development measures focus on enhancing agricultural productivity, strengthening manufacturing capabilities, and providing robust support for small and medium enterprises, and these measures are capable of driving investment, productivity, and economic growth. Infrastructure government's capital expenditure has been raised by 4.3 times from 2017-18 to 2025-26 budget. This significant increase has led to a qualitative transformation in India's physical infrastructure. Since 2014, the national highway network has expanded by about 65%. The number of operational airports has more than doubled, and maritime and rail connectivity has vastly improved. The Prime Minister's Gati Shakti National Master Plan is strengthening multimodal connectivity, streamlining trade, and reducing logistics cost. As a result, India's ranking in the World Bank's Logistics Performance Index has risen from 54 in 2014 to 38 in 2023. We earnestly hope that private investment, both in partnership with the public sector and on its own, picks pace gradually. Alongside physical infrastructure, the development of public digital infrastructure has been transformative. Over the last decade, the initiatives such as UPI, Aadhaar, and the JAM Trinity have revolutionized financial inclusion, formalized the economy, and enhanced efficiency across sectors. The digital revolution also presents challenges such as cybersecurity threats, digital literacy gaps, and unequal access to technology. The government is addressing these concerns through initiatives like Digital Saksharata Abhiyan for digital literacy and data protection laws for privacy and security, and the latest announcement, that is BharatNet for rural connectivity. Continued investments and inclusive policies will enable India to leverage digital infrastructure for sustained economic development. Demands significant investments, policy innovation, and international cooperation. Our ambitious renewable energy goals depend on overcoming hurdles like energy storage costs, grid stability, and dependencies on critical minerals. We can overcome these obstacles by encouraging innovation in battery technology and supporting domestic manufacturing of renewable energy components. The government is actively promoting green finance, sustainable urban development, and climate resilient infrastructure. The train of climate change may have left the station already, and hence adapting to its effects, such as heat waves and flooding, commands a higher priority. Further, resources have trade-offs as well, and the industrial revolution and the successful development of today's advanced nations were based on abundant, cheap energy. Therefore, our approach to energy diversification and reducing fossil fuel dependence has to be pragmatic, recognizing their fiscal growth and security implications. As India embarks on transformative reforms to achieve Viksit Bharat, strengthening governance structures and state capacity is non-negotiable. One of the most notable advancements has been the digitization of public services. With initiatives like the direct benefit transfer, streamlining subsidies, reducing leakages, and ensuring targeted welfare delivery. The e-delivery of government services has also expanded across sectors, particularly finance, local government utilities, and social welfare schemes. To build a future and a future-ready bureaucracy, programs like Mission Karma Yogi are equipping civil servants with data-driven decision-making skills and encouraging interdepartmental collaboration. Going forward, partnerships with civil society, industry, and academia are crucial to ensuring policies remain citizen-centric and innovative.